It's unique and it feels right and it looks like a James Bond car and it's got a few secrets.
If you're trying to get in touch with your inner James Bond, you can now buy more than just a martini to do that. If you have $1.4 million, that is. The amount could get you James Bond's Aston Martin DB10 from Spectre, the latest 007 installment. Aston Martin only built a handful of these, all for the movie. And now, one of them is headed to the auction block at Christie's, February 18th, along with a selection of other memorabilia donated by Daniel Craig and other stars from the Bond film. And as I said earlier, it's expected to bring in at least $1.4 million, and all proceeds will benefit Doctors Without Borders and other charities. If you have a need for speed, this car may be for you. Well, sort of. Auto Week writer Graham Kozak explains on MarketWatch.com that while the DB10 is powered by a 4.7-liter V8 connected to a 6-speed manual transmission and the top speed is 190 miles per hour or so, the car is being sold as a collector's item and isn't approved for use on any public roads. According to Aston Martin, the car is, quote, built to be capable of specific uses by trained drivers in a controlled environment for filming, unquote. The DB10 hasn't been crash tested or undergone any of the processes used for production cars, including durability and emissions testing. So, as Kozak mentions, bringing it to the U.S. could be tricky. According to the federal safety guidelines, a right-hand drive when the driver's seat and controls are on the right side isn't enough to disqualify a car from being imported into the U.S., provided that the car is, quote, substantially similar, unquote, to models legally sold here. That said, the DB10 shares a platform with the V8 Vantage, riding on a slightly longer wheelbase. So while bringing it here may take some convincing, it may not be impossible. The other trick is to figure out a way to get into the auction. It's an invitation-only event, but internet and telephone bids will also be accepted.